Hello everyone, how are you all? Again, I welcome you, and this is me, Ankita. So, in today's lecture, we will discuss about the properties of lanthanides. In our previous videos, we already seen what are F-block elements, that there are two inner transition series, lanthanide series and actinide series, right? The electronic configurations. Now, lanthanide series is also known as lanthanoids or 4F series or first inner transition series, right? Actinide series is also known as actinoids or 5F series or second inner transition series. Now, why they are known as 4F series and 5F series? Because the differentiating electron is entering in 4F orbital in case of lanthanides, and it is entering in 5F orbital in case of actinides, right? Now, both the series contain 14 elements each. In case of lanthanide, it starts with lanthanum. After lanthanum, it is cerium, right? And ends on lutetium, whose atomic number is 71. In case of actinides series, it starts with thorium, whose atomic number is 90, and ends on lawrencium, whose atomic number is 103. Before thorium, it is actinium, whose atomic number is 89. ओके सो हमने ये सारी चीजें पढ़ ली थी. सो नाउ वी डिस्कस अबाउट प्रॉपर्टीज. नाउ लैंथेनॉइड्स ऑकर इन नेचर एंड आर नॉन रेडियोएक्टिव एक्सेप्ट प्रोमिथियम. सो जितने भी लैंथेनाइड सीरीज के एलिमेंट्स हैं एक्सेप्ट प्रोमिथियम, they all occur in nature and they are non-radioactive. That means promethium do not occur in nature and it is radioactive. Okay, please remember this thing, which element do not occur in nature and it is radioactive. So it is promethium. Now lanthanide metals are silvery white, but the trivalent lanthanide ions are colored both in solid state and in solution. जो लैंथेनाइड मेटल्स है वो स्पेशली कलर्ड नहीं होते, इट इज सिल्वरी वाइट. ओके, बट लैंथेनाइड आयन स्पेशली इन +3 state. Lanthanide ions, especially in +3 state, they are colored. Like they are green, pink, yellow in solid state and in aqueous solution. This color is because of FF transition. This color is because of FF transition. हमने DD transition देखा था in case of D block element, right? So in the same way, there is FF transition if f orbital contains unpaired electron. Okay, now हमने एक और चीज देखी थी in case of color of d block elements, that they vary with ligands, right? But in this case the color of lanthanide ions do not vary with ligands. They do not vary with ligands. So the color is because of ff transition. That means one electron from uh, f subshell will get excited to the another orbital of the same f subshell, that is known as ff transition. Next is magnetic properties. That means that lanthanide ions are paramagnetic. +3 lanthanides ions is present in +3 oxidation state, then generally they are paramagnetic, except lanthanum tripositive, whose electronic configuration is 4f0, and lutetium tripositive, whose electronic configuration is 4f14. That means they have no unpaired electron, and just because they have no unpaired electron, that means they are diamagnetic. They do not show paramagnetism, right? And if they do not have unpaired electron, then how ff transition is possible, right? So that's why they are also not colored. आई चीज समझ में? So other tripositive ions of lanthanides are paramagnetic because they have unpaired electron. Next property shows that they have low ionization energy and they are highly electropositive. Next is the metal do not show much tendency to form complexes. The metals do not show much tendency to form complexes. The lanthanides are highly reactive. Lanthanides are highly reactive. Why? Because of their low value of ionization energy, and these are reactive as that of alkali and alkaline earth metal. ओके इसकी रिएक्टिविटी बिल्कुल वैसी है जैसी अल्कलाइन और अल्कली और अल्कलाइन अर्थ मेटल्स की है. ओके दे आर दैट मच रिएक्टिव. They are hard metals with high melting points. I hope properties of lanthanides are clear to all of you. कि कलर किसके वजह से है? It is because of FF transition. तो कौन से colored होते हैं? Tri-positive ions are generally colored in both solid state and aqueous state. Except promethium, lanthanoids occur in nature and they are non-radioactive. Uh, they are paramagnetic, except lanthanum tripositive and lutetium tripositive, which have no unpaired electron. That means they are diamagnetic. They have low ionization energy, and that is they are highly electropositive. They are highly reactive, like that of. That means their reactivities are resemble to that of alkali and alkaline earth metal than transition metals. Okay, they do not form complexes. That means they do not have much tendency to form complexes. Very little complexes are known of lanthanides. Okay, so let's move forward. Now, reactions of lanthanoids. I already told you that lanthanoids are very reactive. They are highly reactive. Okay, so first is lanthanoid reacts with oxygen to form oxides, Ln2O3. Okay, they reacts with halogen to form halides, LnX3. They reacts with water to form hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, they reacts with carbon at particular temperature to form carbides, lanthanoids, carbides. Okay, again they are heated with nitrogen to form nitrides. To form nitrides, they are heated with sulfur to form Ln2S3 sulfides. They again react with acid to form hydrogen gas. Okay, just you don't have to remember all this thing. Just remember that if the lanthanoid reacts with oxygen, it is Ln2O3, that is oxide. If it is reacts with water, it is hydroxide, LnOH by 3 and hydrogen gas. Then if it reacts with halogen, it is halide, LnX3. If it reacts with carbon, then it is lanthanoid carbides. Then nitrides with nitrogen, sulfides with sulfur. This thing you have to remember. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. Lanthanoids give number of reaction because it is highly reactive. Next is oxidation states of lanthanoids. Okay, now lanthanoid, the characteristics and the stable oxidation state of lanthanoids is +3, Ln tri positive. Okay, the common oxidation state, the stable oxidation state is +3. Now it's not that key it only show +3 oxidation state. Certain metals also show +2 and +4 oxidation state. So in case of lanthanoid, we can see 3 oxidation state: +2, +3 and +4. Some metals show +2 and +4 oxidation state because after showing +2 and +4 oxidation state, they attain the configuration like F0, F7, F14. Okay, that means they will achieve some extra stability. Now, how element will show +3 oxidation state? Now, this state is obtained by losing one electron from 5d orbital and two 6s electron. Okay, that means electron will firstly lose from 6s orbital and then from 5d and then from 4f. Okay, पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ से जाएंगे? पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन कौन लूज करेगा? 6s लूज करेगा, देन 5d लूज करेगा एंड देन 4f लूज करेगा. ओके, तो 6s2 तो हमेशा ही रहेगा, राइट? तो इफ +2 स्टेट है, दैट मीन्स 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ से गए, 6s से गए. नाउ 5d, if 5d orbital contains electron, because 5d configuration is 0 और 1, तो अगर 5d में इलेक्ट्रॉन रहेगा तो 5d लूज करेगा, अदरवाइज 5d लूज नहीं कर पाएगा. तो डायरेक्टली कहाँ से लूज होगा, फिर 4f से लूज होगा, राइट. बिकॉज हमने जब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन पढ़ा था तो हमने देखा था कि 5d ऑर्बिटल most of the time it is 0, right. In case of lanthanum, gadolinium and lutetium it is 5d1. तो यही से लूज हो सकता है, अंडरस्टूड. अदरवाइज इट इज 5d0. तो वहां से लूज हो ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि 5d ऑर्बिटल में इलेक्ट्रॉन ही नहीं है. ओके, so that thing you have to remember. In case of europium and ytterbium, and ytterbium, it show +2 oxidation state, because in case of +2 oxidation state, europium will attain the configuration of F7 and ytterbium will attain the configuration of F14. Okay, आई चीज समझ में. सो दैट्स वाई ये स्टेबल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन दिखा रहा है, इसलिए वो कौन सी ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट दिखाएंगे, +2. In case of cerium and terbium, they will show the oxidation state of +4. Again, because cerium will attain the +7 configuration if it shows the +4 oxidation state. Let me show you an electronic configuration. Okay, now see here. Sorry, cerium will show the +0 F0 configuration. Okay, now see here, europium and ytterbium. हमने क्या बोला, it will show +2 oxidation state, right. +2 मतलब 2 electron will lose from 6s orbital. तो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्या हो जाएगा, 4f7, 5d0 तो ऑलरेडी है, 6s भी 0 हो जाएगा, तो हाफ फिल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन हो गया. इन केस ऑफ ytterbium, अगेन इट शो द +2 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, दैट मीन्स 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से लूज हो गए, तो 6s 0 हो गया, 5d ऑलरेडी 0 है, और 4f14 तो फुलफिल्ड है. अंडरस्टूड. इन केस ऑफ सीरियम, it will show +4 oxidation state. Now 2 electron will lose from 6s orbital, 5d is already 0 and 2 form 4f. तो configuration क्या हो गया, 4f 0. That means empty f orbital. Again it will achieve extra stability, right. In case of terbium, 2 electron from 6s, 2 from 4f. तो 4f 9 है, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन जाने के बाद it is 4f 7, तो हाफ फिल्ड हो जाएगा. Okay, again extra stability, that's why it will show the oxidation state of +4. I hope it is clear to all of you, and every element show the oxidation state of +3. Now lanthanum is very stable in +3 oxidation state. Why? Because 2 electron from 6s, 1 from 5d, तो configuration क्या बचा, empty f orbital, f0. Okay, gadolinium again it will show it is very stable in +3. For the same reason, it will show the half-filled configuration F7, because 5d 0 हो जाएगा, 6s भी 0 हो जाएगा after losing 3 electron. In case of lutetium also क्या हो जाएगा, +3, because it will attain completely fulfilled orbital. Understood? Now I hope it is clear to all of you कि कहाँ से lose होगा. पहले 6s से जाएगा, फिर 5d से जाएगा और फिर 4f से जाएगा. 5d से तभी जाएगा if it contain electrons. Fine. Okay. So cerium will attain the configuration of F0 and terbium will attain the half-filled configuration of F7. Fine. I hope oxidation state is clear to all of you. Next is atomic and ionic radii. Atomic and ionic radii. That means what happened when you go from lanthanum to lutetium, what happened with the size of the element. Okay, so there is a regular decrease in the size of the atom or ions with the increase in atomic number. क्या हो रहा है, साइज क्या हो रही है, डिक्रीज हो रही है as atomic number increases. Okay, when you move from lanthanum to lutetium, there is steady decrease, there is we can say that there is gradual decrease or okay. Now lanthanum has the largest radii and lutetium has the smallest radii. Now this slow decrease in the size of lanthanoids is known as lanthanoid contraction. This concept is very important. This is known as lanthanoid contraction. Now what are the causes of this lanthanoid contraction? Okay, we will see that. Now the causes of lanthanoid contraction is that as the atomic number increasing from lanthanum to lutetium, लैंथेनम से ल्यूटेडियम की तरफ जाते जाते क्या हो रहा है, एटॉमिक नंबर इंक्रीज हो रहा है. एटॉमिक नंबर इंक्रीज हो रहा है, दैट मीन्स one electron is increasing, right? Electron is increasing, electron is increasing, along with that proton is also increasing, right? But the every time additional electron is entering in 4f subshell. हर बार इलेक्ट्रॉन कहाँ एंटर हो रहा है, 4f सबशेल में. एंड वी ऑलरेडी टोल्ड दैट द शील्डिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ f orbital is poor, it is negligible, right? It is very imperfect. Highest shielding effect किसका होता है? It is for s orbital, then it is for p orbital, then for d, and then for f. तो f show imperfect shielding. Okay, why it will showing imperfect? Because of its diffuse shape, because of it diffuse shape. So the shielding of 4f electron is very little, even smaller than the d electrons, okay, which we already studied in transition series. So इसके वजह से क्या हो रहा है, as the atomic number increases, nuclear charge तो increase होगा ही by unity, right? Because every time one electron we are adding, but there is no comparable increase in the shielding effect of 4f electrons. शील्डिंग इफेक्ट नहीं बढ़ पा रहा है. Why? Because of very little or imperfect shielding of 4f electrons. So there is no increase in shielding effect. As 4f electrons are not able to sheen the outermost electron from the nuclear charge, तो क्या होगा, that outermost electron will experience more nuclear charge or more nuclear attraction from the nucleus, right? This, consider this is your outermost electron and this is your 4f orbital. ओके, सो यहाँ पे भी इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है और आपके आउटर मोस्ट शेल में भी इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है. तो इसका काम क्या है 4f इलेक्ट्रॉन का, टू शील्ड दिस इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द न्यूक्लियर चार्ज, राइट? इन्हें शील्ड करना. बट ये कर पा रहे हैं क्या? ये नहीं कर पा रहे. दैट मीन्स ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है दैट विल एक्सपीरियंस मोर न्यूक्लियर चार्ज फ्रॉम द न्यूक्लियस. आई चीज समझ में? if they will experience more nuclear charge from the nucleus, that means they are pulling inwards to the nucleus. ये वाले इलेक्ट्रॉन न्यूक्लियस अंदर की तरफ खींचेगा ड्यू टू इट्स न्यूक्लियर अट्रैक्शन. जब ये अंदर की तरफ खींचेगा, दैट मीन्स इट इज कमिंग इनवर्ड्स. देयर इज डिक्रीज इन एटॉमिक साइज. पहले यहाँ था, अभी यहाँ है. देयर इज डिक्रीज इन एटॉमिक साइज. आई चीज समझ में? This causes a contraction in size of 4f subshell. Okay, so this is the reason for lanthanoid contraction. That no doubt there is increase in atomic number, along with that nuclear charge is also increasing by unity at each point, but there is no increase in the shielding effect of 4f electron. Why this is so? Why shielding effect is not increasing? Because the shielding effect of one 4f electron is very small, it is very imperfect in case of d electron. Okay, and this imperfect shielding is because of the shape of f orbital, which is very complicated. Understood? So क्या होता, consequently result क्या होगा, atomic and ionic size goes on decreasing systematically from lanthanum to lutetium. Okay, consider lanthanum का atomic radii है 117 picometer, तो lutetium का atomic radii होगा 110 picometer. Okay, So it must be noted that decrease in the atomic radii, although continuous तो है but इतना regular नहीं है, it is irregular, but the decrease in ionic radii is more regular than decrease in atomic radii. So again, if we see the ionic radii and go from lanthanum to lutetium, again it goes on decreasing, and in case of atomic radii it is decreasing from lanthanum to lutetium. Okay, so सबसे ज़्यादा रेडाई किसका है? एटॉमिक रेडाई. It is for lanthanum, and lutetium have smallest atomic and ionic radii. Okay, I hope causes of lanthanoid contraction is clear to all of you. Now this is the graph for atom ionic radius in picometer. Okay, ionic radius का ग्राफ है ये. तो अभी देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, लैंथेनम ट्राई पॉजिटिव है, एवरी मेटल इज इन ट्राई पॉजिटिव स्टेट, ल्यूटेटियम ट्राई पॉजिटिव. तो डिक्रीज हो रहा है कंटिन्यूअसली, राइट? दो डिक्रीज इतना मतलब द डिफरेंस बिटवीन La ट्राई पॉजिटिव ionic radii and lutetium tripositive ionic radii is not that large, okay, but yes there is a decrease. वो decrease बहुत कम है, बहुत small है, but yes there is a decrease as you go from lanthanum to lutetium. The ionic radii decreases, and this is because of imperfect shielding of 4f electron, and that is nothing but lanthanoid contraction. You must know what is lanthanoid contraction, क्योंकि ये एग्जाम में पूछा जाता है. What are the causes of lanthanoid contraction? What is lanthanoid contraction? Okay, so that time you must know the each and every point of lanthanoid contraction, the definition of lanthanoid contraction, the causes of lanthanoid contraction. Okay, so what is lanthanoid contraction? What is lanthanoid contraction? The decrease in the atomic size of lanthanoids. Okay, तो कैसा decrease है? Gradual decrease है. Okay, so the next is consequences of lanthanoid contraction. मतलब अभी lanthanoid contraction हो तो रहा है, तो उसके consequences भी तो होंगे ना. So the first consequence is variation in the strength, basic strength of hydroxide. We can say basicity. We can say basicity. Basicity पे effect पड़ता है. हमने अभी देखा lanthanoid reacts with water to form hydroxide, right? If they are forming hydroxide, that means they will act as a base, right? Now this basicity is given according to Fazan's rule. किसके इस किसके रूल पे दी है? अकॉर्डिंग टू फजान्स रूल. ओके, फजान्स रूल स्टेट्स दैट as the ionic radii increases, as the ionic radii increases, the dissociation of hydroxide also increases, and consequently basicity increases. Okay, जैसे जैसे ionic radii बढ़ेगी, हाइड्रोक्साइड का डिसोसिएशन भी बढ़ेगा, और जिसकी वजह से बेसिक कैरेक्टर बढ़ेगा. सो द बेसिक स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ ऑक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोक्साइड from lanthanum to lutetium. Okay, if lanthanum reacts with water, it is from lanthanum hydroxide. If lutetium reacts with water, it will form lutetium hydroxide. So lanthanum से lutetium के जा रहे हैं हम लोग, तो क्या होगा? साइज डिक्रीज होगी, राइट? डिक्रीज हो रही है. अगर आप ल्यूटेटियम से लैंथेनम की तरफ जाओगे ट्राई पॉजिटिव, तो क्या होगा? साइज इंक्रीज होगी. तो जैसे जैसे साइज इंक्रीज होगी वैसे वैसे OH का डिसोसिएशन बढ़ेगा. OH का डिसोसिएशन बढ़ेगा, दैट मीन्स बेसिक कैरेक्टर बढ़ेगा, राइट? मतलब इस साइड वाले फ्रॉम राइट साइड टू लेफ्ट साइड जा रहे हैं हम लोग, तो लेफ्ट साइड वाले जो आयंस है वो ज्यादा बेसिक होंगे, वो हाइड्रोक्साइड ज्यादा बेसिक होंगे. आई चीज समझ में? सो दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू द फजान्स रूल. नाउ यहाँ पे लिखा है, इस यहाँ पे उल्टा लिखा है that strength of oxide and hydroxide decreases from LaOH3 to LuOH3. दोनों का मीनिंग सेम ही है, Okay, that means LaOH3 is more basic. ये ज़्यादा basic है, is more basic. And LuOH by 3 मतलब lutetium hydroxide is least basic. Okay, this one is least basic. Why this is so? Because of lanthanoid contraction, size decreases and there is increase in covalent character of OH MOH bond and decrease in ionic character. Okay, ionic character decrease होता है, covalent character increase होता है. जैसे जैसे size बढ़ती है, size decrease होती है. Okay, so lutetium hydroxide is least basic and lanthanum hydroxide is more basic. Okay, I hope it is clear to every one of you. Basicity कैसे increase हो रही है और कब increase हो रही है और क्यों increase हो रही है. Okay, so it is the first consequences of lanthanoid contraction. Okay, the next is ionic radii of post lanthanoid elements, or we can say similarity of second and third transition series. Okay, जब हमने पढ़ा था d block elements atomic radii trend, तो as you go from top to bottom तो क्या होता है, atomic radii increase होती है, right? Scandium, yttrium and lanthanum. Okay, तो atomic radii of lanthanum is more than that of yttrium and yttrium की ज़्यादा है किससे, scandium से. But in case of fourth group and fifth group, मैंने बोला था the atomic radii of the elements present in second and third transition series are quite similar because of lanthanoid contraction. तो वही हमको अभी देखना है. ओके, यहाँ पे क्या था, हाफनियम, zirconium, hafnium is present in fourth group, right? Fifth group में क्या था, niobium, और यहाँ पे क्या था, tantalum. ओके, सो ये जो एलिमेंट है एट्रियम और लैंथेनम में तो साइज इंक्रीज हुआ. As you go from yttrium to lanthanum, atomic size increases. But as you go from zirconium to hafnium या फिर niobium to tantalum, ओके, या फिर मोलिब्डेनम टू टंगस्टन, आगे के जितने भी एलिमेंट्स है, तो यहाँ पे साइज बढ़ता नहीं है, इट इज इक्वल. ओके, ये नियर अबाउट इक्वल होता है. So that is because of lanthanoid contraction. Now the elements which are present after lanthanoid series are known as post-lanthanoid elements, and the elements which are present after actinoid series in transition block or D block, that are known as post-actinoid series. Okay, post-actinoid elements. So in this case we have to see कि lanthanoid contraction में, that is the atomic radii of second row of transition elements are almost similar to that of third row of transition elements. Okay, so group 3 में जैसा मैंने बोला scandium, yttrium and lanthanum present है, तो इसमें there is increase in size. But in case of group 4, 5, 6 there is no increase. There is atomic radii do not increase, but it is same. Okay, the elements show same atomic radii because of effect of lanthanoid contraction. अभी देखो यहाँ पर क्या है, इस इन दोनों के बीच में लैंथेनम और हाफनियम के बीच में क्या प्रेजेंट है, लैंथेनॉइड्स प्रेजेंट है. ओके, और यही लैंथेनॉइड आपका लैंथेनाइड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन कर रहा है, तो जिसके वजह से हाफनियम में 4f ऑलरेडी फील्ड है. ओके, 4f ऑलरेडी फील्ड है, तो ये क्या कर रहा है, ये कम शील्डिंग कर रहा है, जिसके वजह से इसका एटॉमिक साइज थोड़ा कम है. इट इज इक्वल टू दैट ऑफ जर्कोनियम. आई चीज समझ में? तो जर्कोनियम और हाफनियम इन दोनों का एटॉमिक रेडाई कैसा है, इक्वल है. नियोबियम एंड टेंटलम इन दोनों का एटॉमिक रेडाई अगेन इट इज इक्वल. देन उसके बाद मोलिब्डेनम एंड टंगस्टन अगेन दे शो सिमिलर एटॉमिक रेडाई. ओके, सो ये जो एलिमेंट है जर्कोनियम, हाफनियम, नियोबियम, टैंटलम, मोलिब्डेनम, टंगस्टन, इनको बोला जाता है केमिकल ट्विन्स. इनको क्या बोला जाता है? दे आर नोन एज केमिकल ट्विन्स. व्हाई दे आर नोन एज ट्विन्स? ट्विन्स किसको बोलते हैं हम? which show some identical characters, right? उनको हम twins बोलते हैं ना. तो chemical twins किसको बोलते हैं? These are the elements which have similar properties and they show similar atomic radii. Okay, almost they are same in size. That's why they are known as chemical twins. Example क्या है? अगर आपको question आता है, give two examples of chemical twins or write the pair, write any one pair. Okay, तो आप क्या लिखोगे? It is zirconium hafnium, okay, which is chemical twin. Niobium tantalum is the chemical twin, okay, and molybdenum tungsten. इसके बाद जो है, इसके बाद the lanthanoid contraction इतना prominent, इतना dominant नहीं होता है. Okay, so these are the example of chemical twins. Just remember this thing. Next is uses of lanthanoids. Now what are the uses of lanthanoids? So हमने पहले ही बोला that they are rare earth metal. Okay, that means they do not found any use in pure state because बहुत difficult होता है. So the most important use of lanthanoid is in the production of alloy. Steels. Okay, तो alloy हमने देखा alloy क्या होता है? It is a mixture of two or more metals, right? तो उसमें हम use करते हैं. Now इनके जो oxides है, oxide कैसे बनते हैं? When lanthanoid reacts with oxygen, so it is going to form oxides. So they are used in glass industry. Q for polishing glass and for making colored glasses, goggles जिसको हम बोलते हैं, right? So ये क्या करेंगे? They will protect, give protection against UV light. And also they are used as a phosphor for television screen and similar fluorescing surfaces. Okay. Third is the mixed oxide जो होते हैं lanthanoids के, they are used as a catalyst in petroleum cracking. Next is because of their paramagnetic and ferromagnetic properties, their compounds are used in magnetic and electronic devices. Magnetic और electronic devices में भी इनके compounds use होते हैं. Then ferric sulfate is well-known oxidizing agent in volumetric analysis. Okay, so it is used as oxidizing agent. This thing you have to remember in case of lanthanoid. What that their properties क्या क्या है. उसके बाद atomic radii का train. Lanthanoid contraction is the most important, the causes of lanthanoid contraction. After that why consequences क्या क्या है lanthanoid contraction के. तो there are two consequences. First one is basicity and second one is ionic radii of post lanthanoid. Okay, तो basicity में you have to see what is Fazan's rule. कौन सा ज्यादा बेसिक है. तो लैंथेनम हाइड्रोक्साइड ज्यादा बेसिक है और ल्यूटेटियम हाइड्रोक्साइड कम बेसिक है. तो जैसे जैसे आप लैंथेनम से ल्यूटेटियम की तरफ आओगे तो क्या होगा? साइज डिक्रीज होगी. आयन की साइज क्या होगी? डिक्रीज होगी. बिकॉज आयन की साइज डिक्रीज होगी, आयन की साइज डिक्रीज होगी, MOH कैरेक्टर, कोवेलेंट कैरेक्टर इंक्रीज होता जाएगा. ओके, आयनिक कैरेक्टर डिक्रीज होगा. Understood? Dissociation of hydroxide ion is also decreases. That's why LuOH by 3 is least basic and LaOH by 3 is more basic. Okay, उसके बाद हमने देखा chemical twins, why second transition elements and third transition elements show similar atomic radii, right? तो chemical twins के example क्या है? Zirconium and हाफनियम. उसके बाद नियोबियम एंड नियोबियम, और कौन सा था? नियोबियम के आगे कौन सा था? टैंटलम, राइट? सो दिस थिंग यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट हमने देखा, +3 इज द मोस्ट कॉमन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट, राइट? +2 +4 भी हो सकता है अकॉर्डिंग टू द configuration F0, F7, F14 because that configuration gives extra stability. Understood? I hope it is clear to every one of you. So this is all for today. In next lecture, we will study the properties of actinoids. Okay. So till then, keep learning. Thank you and bye bye. See you in next lecture. Okay. And please guys hit the like button so that it will keep me motivating. Okay. Thank you so much.